Captain Francis J. Dougherty. It's kind of an interesting job that some people say it's one of the hardest jobs in the Navy because you have 5,200 odd guys in there when you have the air wing aboard and so forth. So you're serving hot meals 19 hours a day. You're navigating the ship all over the place. Not the XO is navigating the ship exactly, but the ship is going to different evolutions and things. You got underway replenishments, you got to rendezvous with people, you got to go to the different ports, you got to organize that, plus you got 19 direct reports to you. And so there's a lot of things going on all the time. And in fact, if I ever got 4 hours of sleep in a row, I was kind of lucky, you know. But it was a wonderful experience, and you sort of by the end of it, if it works right, which in my case it happened to, you feel as if you just got a PhD in management because you have a lot of balls in the air at all times. And so just the day-to-day action of what goes on an aircraft carrier that you're directly involved in, because the captain is usually trapped to the bridge and so forth. So what the XO is doing a whole lot of stuff for him under his leadership and guidance and so forth. But you're basically, you and your department heads are running the ship. And there's a lot of stuff going on. Now, one of the things we did on this deployment, the ship came out of the yard, we did our workups and deployed, and we knew we were going to spend a lot of time at sea. So I had the supply officer, back in the day there was a rule where after 55 days at sea, you could have a beer, right? So I had him buy, I think it was 20,000 cans of beer. How many cases that turned out to be, I don't know. And so they were put in a special corner down in the weapons thing, which was the most secure place on the ship. Right? Anyway, so we had all that saved up because we knew sometime during this deployment we were going to hit the 55-day. So we go to the men, we operate for a couple of days, and we went southbound through the Suez Canal, which is a very interesting experience. You start off at midnight, and there's like 100 ships go down. We were the lead ship going, and it's one-way traffic, so you go down, and when you get through, there's another 100 ships ready to go north and so forth. So that was a very interesting experience, and you can still see going through the canal over along the sand dunes and so forth. There'd be some wrecked vehicles from various wars and so forth. It was very interesting. And then every I think it was every 10 or 20 miles, it was like a little cutout. They had these firefighting boats and rescue boats in there, you know, in case anybody got stalled, tugs and so forth to keep them moving and whatever. But very interesting deployment. So anyway, we get out into the Northeast Arabian Sea. So we're operating out there, flying and so forth. So we hit day 55, right, for the beer day. So it's okay, how are we going to do this? So we cooked up this system where we had some engine gun tubs, filled those up with ice and distributed the beer. We had these 8 or 10 lanes, right? So, and of course, on aircraft carriers, all these guys, various musicians and so forth. So we had flight deck Olympics, you know, running races and all that kind of stuff, plus all the various bands. You had the country and western band, the jazz group, some folk singer guys, some rapper types, all kinds of, you know, interesting things going on for entertainment and so forth. Plus everyone's out there, you know, getting some sun and what have you. So we had the beer thing all set up, all this beer. So okay, how are you going to distribute this? So the supply officer says, I've got this special colored paper, and we'll put this special stamp on it, right? And so a guy will go through a table, he'll show his ID card, and he'll get his little ticket, and then he can get his beer. They had that thing counterfeited in about 20 seconds. So the guy goes ready, the supplier says, XO, he said, somehow or other this is out of control. I said, what are you going to do? I said, come on, they can't be that far out of control, so somebody's going to have 2 beers instead of 1, so let's just, you know. It worked out fine and so forth. But we were on our way to Australia on that thing, and it took 2 weeks to steam down there. And so we had a very interesting port visit with the Aussies and did some operating with them and so forth. So it was a very interesting deployment.